back again. We got Steve here again, just for anybody who's just watching. So we're going to talk about probably one of the biggest things going on football right now. Manchester City, the recent ban, basically leaving them out of the UEFA. As it stands right now, obviously Man City's appealing it, but as it stands right now, they're going to be banned for 2 seasons upcoming in the UEFA Champions League.
Now, why did they get that ban?
Because they started there's a rule in that UEFA has that basically teams are only able to put money back in that they get as income from whatever shirt sales, signings, stuff like that. So this time, where obviously Man City got taken over by obviously a billionaire, so they were signing a lot more players with money that was exceeding how much they were making. Mm-hmm. In particular, what was it, the 2014 season? Was it or something like that? Yeah. So that's what happened. Obviously, they were signing people with more money. Obviously, that money was coming for their billionaire owner, not from actual club revenue. So that's what the UEFA is stomping down now. And probably my biggest takeaway is the fact that this is going to affect them signing anybody in this next. Obviously, for this season, they're set. They're in the UEFA. They're
just
competing.
Be Real Madrid.
They just be Real Madrid. They got one foot into the next round. And so they're looking good, but going forward is going to be 2 questions that come. Who's going to sign for them, and who's really is Guardiola going to stay?
Well, he actually already said it.
Yeah, but people say that.
Of course, people say things, and then he might he's have a change of heart, right?
Of course, he's going to say that.
That happens, man. Thiago Silva said that he was staying at AC Milan. Next season, he went to PSG, right?
He did.
He did. That is true.
So basically, the rule is you can only spend what you make.
Yeah.
Right?
Basically.
And of course he would say that.
They got caught forging, doing fake emails.
Yeah.
That's what the investigation was. They got caught sending fake emails about what they were spending.
That's crazy.
So my thing is, listen, the Manchester City, first team that gets banned like that, right? I mean, 2 years, 1 season is already huge. Mm-hmm. 2 seasons, that's gonna bring him down.
That's huge, man.
Tremendously. That's gonna bring him down. So now you kind of lead into other things, which is, what about Real Madrid? They've done pretty much the same thing, no?
This guy wanted
PSG.
What do you want to start your own investigation?
We're not talking about it. Barcelona.
Dembele and Coutinho.
Yeah, in a way. So listen, you got to come after other teams. I
they are. I guess they're setting the example here with Man City. Let them
got to start with somebody. Yeah. I feel like they.
And obviously, Man City. Think about it.
Man City was probably the most obvious one
because Man City was nobody.
PSG was the most obvious one.
Man City was nobody, and then all of a sudden they started signing big players. Now they're known. Yeah. Come on.
They also got fined, I believe, $300 million, which is nothing.
No, 30 million. Which is nothing. 30 million to them is nothing. It's
nothing.
Either one is nothing.
Penny.
So, look, for me, my biggest takeaway, and I saw this I was watching obviously some news, and I think this is true. I think that this is going to be the first time that Guardiola is going to be tested if he does stay, because obviously now,
I think he will.
Obviously, it's limited now where he has to compete. He's no longer, he started his career at Barcelona where he had probably the godlike team. That 2008-2009 team was unreal. That Barcelona was stacked. He didn't have to do anything. I think anybody could have coached that team and they probably would have won a title.
Agreed.
Then he went to where? Bayern Munich with another stacked team who is in a league where they basically run that league. Another coach could have been there and probably would have won the same thing. He basically goes
to stack teams to overstack them.
So now he's finally being challenged where he did win his 2 Premier League titles, great, but now he's getting challenged because Klopp is here. Now Klopp is here, and he's putting on a good display. He's running away with it this season. Now, can Guardiola bounce back and maybe compete for it next season? Is he actually going to be able to do that, or is he going to run away from it and just hide and go to another league, go to the Italian league, like people are saying?
Good question.
And would that tarnish his legacy? Because it's always been a Guardiola has had the key people, has had the best team, so he's always going to win. Now it's really, can he stay and win it back?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
I actually read something. I don't know how true it is, but I read that because of that suspension starting, I guess when the suspension starts, the players could just void their contracts and go wherever they want.
Of course, yeah.
Right, so that's why they're saying that. The rumors are Sterling's going to go to Madrid.
Yeah, that's why they're saying half the team is going to leave,
including
Pep Guardiola.
Yeah. Now, do you think that a lot of the players are going to go?
I think they will.
Yeah,
I don't think they will.
I mean, the older one, the ones that are close to getting past their prime, will obviously want chances to win the Champions League. They're not going to stay there just to stay there.
I think a lot of the players are going to stay.
In my opinion, I think it's going to depend on how they do in the Champions League.
I think Sterling goes.
Because if they lose...
You mean this season?
Yeah. If they lose, let's say if they get kicked out by Madrid or they get kicked out next round, I think a lot of players are going to leave. And I think one of those is going to be De Bruyne. I don't see him staying.
Yeah.
Where does he go?
I mean, we'll see.
I mean, where could he fit? Who can afford him, man? Madrid?
Go to
I
Madrid.
think we could actually, you know what?
I
think
think
Modric is out, so
I think
Yeah.
Well, they're
But I
also
mean,
talking
that's
about
huge,
that
man.
that in the Premier League they might take some points away. They're doing their own investigation. And
So for
They're not affected by Premier League. I think most of them will stay.
You think so?
for those, yeah.
look,
Yeah, but
I think there are a few things here. Premier League is like one of
the best.
the best leagues. That has to do with it. I feel like if they were from like, I don't know, from Germany, or if they were from France, it would have been like that. I
Like
feel
they
like
would've
players would have been like, and no players would want to go to. I feel like because Premier League has been very challenging,
Right.
and especially with Liverpool coming up with, all these other teams,
Man,
I feel like it does stop. I feel like it does bring other players that want to still play for them. Yeah, not having Champions League is tough, but it's 2 years. 2 years go by fast.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of players.
but that's 2 years without Champions League. Man.
that is big though, man.
I also think it gives time for development.
That's what some people were saying for like younger.
Now here's my question. This is gonna be very interesting because I do believe Man City will still end up top 4 in their league the next 2 years, right?
Mhm.
Top 4 in the Premier League
Might even win.
go to Champions League. So what happens with one of those slots?
They
The
skipped
fifth
them.
one.
So for
Yeah, they
example, like
skipped the
right
fifth
now,
one.
Yeah.
they're even talking about right now, like whoever finishes in the 5th spot, which I think right now is Man U,
Would go.
we're going to the Champions.
Because that's what they
League as
that's
it
what they
stands.
did.
So what you're saying?
That's what they
another
did
way-
with
They did
AC
that.
Milan.
So
That's what they did
Carlos,
last.
They got
Carlos.
skipped. They got
Okay.
skipped.
Carlos,
Yeah.
so what my bro is saying essentially is that you guys need a little help to get up there, right? Just a
No, I
little
mean
push,
we're still fighting.
just a little push.
We're 3 points away from
So
4th place.
you're saying if this season, if Man U does, even with this help,
Yeah.
even if this season, if you guys don't make it, that would be.
I mean, it's
terrible for you
I
guys.
mean,
That
as it
would
is,
be
5th
trash.
place for us is already tragic.
Right.
Like for a club our size. but-
Going to the Champions League next season would be tragic for you guys.
Ooh.
Man, what?
Okay, so y'all going to
You put a Man U over. Oh
All right,
my
now
God.
let's bring it back to Man City. Y'all wild.
Actually,
'Cause
yeah,
Man
we'll
U
No, you
was
know
the
what?
best
I
team.
think Man U.
Yo,
Look
y'all
out-
hold up.
look out-
Yo,
I'm
yo.
not kidding. Listen to this. I
No,
think
first
Man U.
off-
Look out for Man U in a couple seasons. I think it's about time they step it up. And I
Next
think they will.
next season.
I don't know about
Next season.
There's still
We're gonna get rid
transitions.
of Pogba. We're
We gotta
gonna
get rid of the coach. I don't think that.
No, I don't think it's the coach, and I've said this, man. If the players don't want to perform, you know what? Let's get back to let's get back to Man City. But look,
Yeah.
I think at least 1 or 2 big players are gonna head out. I don't think
too.
if the band sticks.
I
And
definitely
again,
think De
if
Bruyne and Sterling go.
I think so. Or I mean, who else? Like, I think Agüero's gonna stay.
Well,
Yeah,
he's
he's old.
also
He
he's
could
also
stay.
older.
He
so
might
that's
go to the
kinda
freaking
like,
MLS.
That might
point.
actually that might actually if now that they're not actually competing for the Champions League. That's a good point because that might actually be his retirement.
Yeah.
So he could kind of take it easy a little bit more.
Yeah, maybe.
He'll just play
doesn't have
to win
that
the
much
league as last year
pressure.
and then go to
He
MLS.
doesn't have that much pressure to perform, to put goals away.
I don't know. I don't know though. Like I feel like if let's say like the ban, happened, whatever, and if they were to win the league this season, then I feel like.
So hold
but
on.
the challenge of losing the league and not having that, like damn, Liverpool took it
that's
from
the thing.
us.
So
Like
we
that's
can't even look because they lost the league already.
Yeah, it's over.
right.
Liverpool got
So
it
exactly.
100%,
So
right.
having that in their minds, like I feel like a lot of players, because like they're competitive.
Right.
They
yeah.
still care.
So
like
you,
they
so you
don't
think they're
want
gonna want to come
Liverpool-
out
They
like
don't wanna
next
just-
season and win it back?
Yeah, of course. Then that's the only focus. And I feel like Guardiola is gonna be good enough to say, you know what, now is our chance to just prove ourselves in this league. We
Well,
need to
it'll-
win it. Let's go.
It'll
all
be
out.
really interesting to see.
It's
Pep
gonna be good.
Guardiola is one of my favorite coaches, obviously, for what he did for Barcelona. I think it'll be really interesting to see what he actually ends up doing.
Oh,
I think he
Yeah.
already said, I'm staying no matter what. But,
I mean, look, I
you know,
think for his
gotta
legacy,
say
I think
that.
he should stay. Because look, again, to me, he's a great coach, but you can't be the greatest if you've always had the greatest team ever.
No, that's true. And he
You know,
even said it.
And they've always been assembled. Like, look, Klopp started out of Dortmund, competing with a Bayern Munich that was probably the most stacked Bayern Munich, and
Yeah.
he did what he did.
He did what he did.
You know, Conte, who's in Inter Milan now, he started from the bottom and he blew up.
Right.
Carlo Ancelotti, like all these coaches,
Allegri.
Mourinho, like a lot of
Mourinho.
these coaches
Allegri's
actually
beast.
put themselves to the test where they had teams that,
So
that
They
were,
start with smaller teams and work their way up.
And they worked their
Gattuso
way
step-
up.
Gattuso
I mean-
stepping it up a little
Gattuso.
bit.
And
Now, if
it's-
he leaves,
and it's not to take nothing away from him. It's just to say, like,
I think the only team left for him to go would be Juventus.
Juventus, yeah,
Because
go to
that's the
Italy.
top team in the league that he hasn't been to.
And that's all he does. He just honestly he just
Guardiola,
hops around
Pep
from
Guardiola
teams that are
and
set.
Pep Guardiola and
That's, I mean, he's
and
not gonna go to
Ronaldo?
AC. He's not gonna go to Inter.
Steve, Pep Guardiola and
Nah, we'll
Ronaldo.
bring him to AC.
AC Milan. I mean, that'd be not. Look, that'd be. I would like if he went there. I would respect that because he's going to a team that has to
But then
rebuild themselves.
Ibra will have to leave, so no.
Oh yeah, he doesn't like it.
Take
Here's my
him.
question to you guys. Let's say the players are able to leave from Man City, right? What's one player you would want your team to sign from?
De
Man
Bruyne.
City?
Damn.
I just answered
Yeah.
right off the back.
I'll
De
take
Bruyne.
Sterling.
Oh, you know what? No. I'll let you have De Bruyne.
You guys are forgetting
No.
about one player.
Hold on. I'll let you. I know who you're talking about. I'll let you have De Bruyne.
Nah, look.
That's
I'll,
fine.
nah, hold up. I'll either take De Bruyne or I'll take Bernardo Silva.
Exactly.
There we go. I
That's
was just
what-
gonna
that's
say,
what I
that.
was-
boom.
that's what I
Let
was
me get
thinking.
Bernardo Silva.
I mean, look. I'll take. I don't care. De Bruyne. I'll take them both.
You can't go wrong with either
Stop.
one. I
Either
think.
or.
Stop. Menu would take the whole team. Yo,
Nah.
please come on.
Nah. Like, nah. Legit. And
You guys
if
don't even have to
Who
move.
would you take, Carlos?
I'll either take them two, and if not, Laporte. We need a center back, or we need.
Take
a
your
creative-
He's
boy.
hurt for the
Take your
second
boy
leg,
from
bro.
Brazil.
You need the
Carlos.
whole
Stop.
team.
Yo, all right.
Carlos,
Stop.
take your boy from Brazil.
Rashford, just keep Rashford.
You would
It's
get, yo,
soon.
he's a beast.
Oh my
Ballon d'Or 2022.
What?
Yeah, every
It's
year.
gonna happen.
Every
Watch.
year.
It's gonna happen.
He never plays. He never plays well.
Watch when it happens. Dude, by the age
Yeah.
of 21, he had more
But yeah,
goals than
Man City
Ronaldo.
He
is
still
tough.
has.
Who would you take though from Man
Still
City?
hasn't won
He has
anything.
So he's
Mbappe
got De
and,
Bruyne. I got
Haaland in
Bernardo
front of
Silva.
him.
Who
he
would you
does.
Sterling.
take? Oh, Sterling.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Who would
over
you take?
Jesus.
From
Right?
Madrid.
listen.
From Madrid.
Sterling, De Bruyne, or Bernardo Silva, whichever one of those three. Give me whichever one wants to come.
I think Sterling would fit you guys well, Madrid.
See, but the
'Cause
only
then you
problem
could
with
put him on the
Sterling
right,
is
no?
Sterling, yeah.
Sterling plays the same position Hazard plays.
They,
Although Hazard
they
hasn't
can't
done
switch
anything
though.
this
You know
year.
what?
I feel
Never
like
mind.
Hazard could switch.
Never mind. I wouldn't take
If
any of the
Hazard could
guys I
switch,
mentioned.
then I'm sure they would have put him on the right because Vinicius can't play on the right.
But look, you see
He
how
can
a
only play on the
Barca
left.
fan who knows they need defense wants
Yeah,
an
no,
attacker.
I was just
That's
gonna
Nah,
say
you
that.
see-
No,
Same thing. Yo, don't go back. Don't. Nah.
You see?
I was gonna.
He
actually
wants an
say-
attacking
I was-
starting
I was
11.
actually-
That's the problem
I was
with-
actually gonna say Laporte.
No,
Laporte. I'll
you
take
see,
Laporte.
that's because you heard me say Laporte.
No.
You wouldn't take Mendy?
The
Mendy's nice.
Wait,
The real
I'll take
Mendy's
the
Ferland
Mendy. I'll
Mendy.
take the Mendy.
Wait,
from,
what
Real
was your
Madrid.
first pick? What was the pick that
He
came
said
to my
Bernardo
first?
Silva.
De Bruyne, and then I
Bruyne.
switched to the Silva, but that's. I
He
guess
said,
that's
let's
how
just
the
score. Let's
sports-
just score.
that's
He would
the
take
sports
Pep Guardiola,
management.
that's
That's
what
the
he would
sports
take.
management from
Nah,
Barcelona.
wait. You know who you should get if you were smart? Get right Kyle Walker. That's their right back.
He's
you need a
fast.
right
Oh,
back.
He's
freaking
fast,
quick.
bro.
You need a right back.
Yo, Bale in that game, he looked like a freaking 70-year-old.
He was thinking about golf.
He's
bro.
been golfing. that boy's
But
been
yeah,
golfing.
so
Anyways,
it's gonna be
guys,
tough.
to sum it up,
To sum it up, look, in my opinion, Guardiola has to stay. I think he either has to battle it out and try to get the title back, and then
That's the only thing-
prove
that's the
to
only
his
thing he's
legacy. And then for Man City,
That's
just
2
ride it
years,
out.
though,
Right?
guys.
Look,
That's-
I know you said that goes by quick. That's a long time.
guys, that's
Without
a
Champions
long
League,
time, man.
As
It's
an
a-
athlete, that is a long.
think
time.
about
It
it.
is a
Like
lot.
for a
No,
club
not
that's
not
known,
even just that. Obviously the sports factor, but money wise,
Yeah, that's a lot.
Hurting, man.
Yeah.
That's a lot.
I
of
mean,
money
well, I
that
don't think they're
gonna
gonna
But
be
it-
hurting because that's what got
but
them in the
it's-
problem.
But it's
the money.
what I said,
They
man.
got it with the
they're
billionaire.
still they're still in the Premier League.
Yeah.
they
They're
still
not.
people are gonna watch it.
So now, so now you think they'll be able to win it back over Manchester United next season?
What? Manchester United is not even one of. It's not gonna even. Come on, bro. All right,
Why are
cut-
you
cut
guys
that
even
off.
entertaining?
Yo.
him?
Cut that off.
Like,
That's
Yeah.
it. We're out of here.
No. Wait, you think they'll be able to win it next season?
Next season, I think so. I think having that focus of just Premier League, they're gonna.
And now this is gonna
But
kind
it's
of go.
a more interesting
just
battle
listen, we got
against
30
Liverpool.
seconds.
No, I
Sum it
know,
up.
but real quick, this is gonna go on a little tangent. But do you think now Mourinho, who's gonna be able to have a full team, can put something together?
Mourinho's done.
For
He's
him,
done.
it's
Come
tough,
on.
man. No, I think he's gonna
Retire,
bring. No,
retired
I think
already.
he's gonna bring a more competitive team. I think he's gonna like be able to figure out his actual team.
So he's
Yeah.
actually gonna stay with
But
Todd?
yeah, of
Really?
course.
All right.
There's
well,
a whole offseason
you
to
know what?
put them together.
Yeah.
Hold on. For everybody
guys.
following us, that's actually another podcast. Maybe we'll do it next week. Stay
Yeah,
tuned.
stay tuned.
We'll
Like,
talk about
share, and
Mourinho
subscribe.
We'll talk
Until
about
next
Mourinho and
time.
what he'll do with,
Thank you.
with Top.
Appreciate it.
Peace.
Love is intense, quand je te vois, mon cœur bat. Love is intense, je serai là,